legal folks tell us that that whole thing is so up in the air
Mm.
that we're not even dealing with it, honestly. What we're doing, and Ingrid was kind enough to really rapidly cooperate on this, is we're having anybody who comes in as a licensee fill out the New York State form for how you're dealing with COVID precautions, keeping everything safe, and just following the government guidelines. So each organization has to fill that out. But as far as liability stuff, no, we have not. And I'm pretty sure, Ingrid, correct me if I'm wrong, you have insurance, right?
I must say I do not. It was something that
Okay.
I was willing to
Okay,
acquire if
so then
necessary.
what we do in that kind of situation is that we sponsor the activity, so it's covered under our insurance. So I'm sure that we are sponsoring your activity, Ingrid, and doing it that way. Also, just as a real quick aside, so Ingrid was very cooperative in terms of in the summertime, not using air conditioning, not the room that she's using is pretty well lit. So she wasn't turning on electricity, turning on lights and stuff like that. And that made it easier for us in terms of keeping our costs down. Because it's a big space that she was in, and to air condition it would be crazy expensive, especially for for two people. But also, I just saw in the Q&A, there's also something about ventilation. So we also asked that all the windows be kept open and stuff like that. And that usually is a pretty good way of doing it. So sorry for that quick aside. I just triggered the thought. But so insurance is something that definitely needs to be worked out. And so, but again, no specific liability clause for COVID right now.
So Sunrise has their own insurance. That's number one. Number two is the Sunrise does follow the protocol, and where no one can enter the building without answering the questions as well as their temperature being checked, and that's for the children and the staff.